Hey everybody, how you doing? So I'm gonna show you guys a little video, just a little short shot of today's prepping, because you guys know on Mondays our group fasts, but I also prep for the week. Um, I had a blast today. I made a decision yesterday, had a long talk with my husband this morning, that I want to go completely 100% whole foods 98%, because we are going to allow mocha mix that he loves for coffee and stuff. So we are going to allow that. And we are going to allow the blue cheese crumbles that I love. I use like little teeny pinches of it just to flavor things, and I love it. So I said, okay, we each got one thing. He took mocha mix, I took the blue cheese crumbles. But we won't overdo them. They're like one little thing of mocha mix can last us for a long time. The one blue cheese container lasts us. Last time almost went bad, so they can last for a while. So the reason I want to do this is because I want you to think about this. Every spring we do spring cleaning. You do the things that you just haven't been in the mood to do all winter. You dust back behind all your furniture. You clean all the baseboards. Everything gets cleaned every spring. I don't know why spring cleaning is a thing, but it is a thing. I assume it's a thing. Is it a thing for you guys? It's a thing for me. So I'm assuming it's a thing. Okay, for me, every spring I do major spring cleaning. And I was talking to someone today and I said, we need to also do mental spring cleaning. Okay, you get in a rut in the winter. You get in a mindset of you want homey stews and you want things that are warm and comforting. You want biscuits and gravy. You want cornbread. You want warm things. You want homemade bread. You want warm, homey things, because winter, when you live in Washington State, winter seems like it's lasting forever. It seems like it's never going to go away. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. And if you suffer from seasonal affective disorder, which I do and several of my friends do, it's really tough, right? And it's hard to stay focused. Now, we did a pretty good job this winter because we had a holiday group that we did, and that pretty much kept us on track for November, December, and January. But we all still suffered. There was still, there wasn't as much, people aren't inputting as much stuff into the group. Their weight's doing this more. They're struggling a little bit more. They're not wanting to chat about the issues and stuff like that. Whereas when you're on top of, man, you're talking about stuff, you're posting pictures of your food, you're having chats, you're sitting in your weights like you're supposed to, you're doing everything, you're talking to everybody, you're making sure you respond to everybody, you're on top of things. Winter makes that a little bit tougher on us, and we just don't do as well. So along with the spring cleaning, might I suggest that you do some mental mindset cleaning? Get back to where you were. For me, that meant I need to go all the way to Whole Foods. I did a 2-day dry fast. I broke it at 48 hours with my liquids and stuff. I have not ate food yet, so technically I have been fasting for like 3 days. I'm not hungry today, and I refuse to eat if I'm not hungry. I have a thing about that, right? It's like there's video somewhere about me talking about that. I do not eat when I'm not hungry, because if I do, that sets me off on a very bad spiral. I don't do that. So if I don't get hungry by 7 o'clock tonight, then I'm fasting for another day. But I have some of my mushroom coffee, and earlier I had water. So I've been busy. And it's funny that we always fast on Mondays, right? I mean, that's just normal for us. I was going to eat because I fasted for 2 days, but again, I don't care if I don't. And I always prep on my fast day, and people go, how do you do that? I don't get it. But it's because I know that I'm not supposed to eat that day. It's easier for me. And when Tuesday rolls around, I want my foods ready. I want things prepared. If you have things in your refrigerator already ready to go, that are the things that you should be eating, the things that are on your program, on your list, on whatever, whether it's low carb or something else, it doesn't matter what it is. If you have your foods ready, you're more inclined to eat those foods. Okay. So if you don't have those foods ready, it'll be easier to go, well, okay, if there's nothing made right now, I don't feel like cooking the Brussels sprouts. I don't feel like cleaning them and cutting them and chopping them and doing all that stuff, and then having to cook them and then having to wait. No, I'm hungry right now. So the next thing you know, you grab some bread, hopefully keto bread, but maybe not, or you grab some cookies that you have, keto or not. But you start grabbing at other, you start grabbing at other stuff. And now you've ate, and you know what? Have you ever had a thing where let's say you eat a piece of low carb bread with some peanut butter on it? That doesn't sound that bad, right? You got some protein, you got some low carb bread. Sounds not too bad. But that doesn't satisfy you. So 20 minutes later, you've got a handful of macadamias. Okay, I'm basically telling you what I've done. You're walking through the house with a handful of macadamias, and I'm talking a handful. 10 is a serving, you got 18. So you eat your macadamias. You're still not satisfied. You go in the kitchen and you see some leftover Lay's potato chips just rolled up in a bag. They've been there forever, but you're thinking, so you eat the Lay's potato chips. You're still not satisfied. So now you're thinking, I need some food because I'm eating all this crap because I need a meal. So you go in and you get you out a meaty steak, and you get you out some asparagus, and you get you out something over here. So now you have this meal. But now you've ate so much at this point, not only in calories and just crap, like the potato chips. That was a bad idea. But you feel like crap. You feel like crap. So it does not pay to not have things prepared in your refrigerator. And I'm going to put a little short video on here. I'm going to show you everything that I prepped for this next week, which means that no matter if I'm hungry, if I'm just feeling snacky, it won't matter what the thing is that leads me to the refrigerator for food. There's something in there that not only am I going to love it because I love all the things I cook, but it's going to be easy because it's already prepared. Some stuff I pull out and heat up, other stuff I pull out and eat cold. There's salad stuff made. There's this low carb lupin flake couscous salad thing I made up. Tabbouleh. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it tastes fabulous. There's Brussels sprouts and green bean stuff with that has pea crumbles in it for extra protein. So I've got all this really good stuff in there, right? And it gives me no reason to have to. And I've got chaffles in the freezer because you guys know I like to make up quite a few chaffles at a time. I've got some of my low carb bread. It's the second week on it, so usually the second week I make another loaf, and then this one would get chopped up and used as croutons or whatever, something like that, right? But it's still in pretty good shape and smelling good and nice, got a nice spring to it. And hubby said he'll eat some of it, so I'll wait until we eat a little bit more of it. But so back to the original reason I made this call or making this video. Do some mental spring cleaning, okay? A lot of people, and I just heard this from somebody today, and it really, it's a truth statement that she made, and it's not just her. She said that around the third or fourth month is when she starts going, starts petering out and pooping out and don't want to do it no more. Wants something new, and this is no fun anymore. I don't want to do this. It's taking too long. I get it. I told her when I was like still 265, 268 and first started, it was taking forever. Oh my God, you guys, it felt like forever. So I get it. I get it. I've lost altogether now 212 pounds. I don't know. I'll have to sit down one of these days and figure it out. I think it's like 212. I don't know why that number's sticking in my head, so we're going to go with it. And to tell you truthfully, I don't really remember what it felt like to weigh in the 300s and always sitting on the couch, never moving. I know I did it. I remember sitting there. I remember all the shows I used to watch soap operas back in the day. My TV don't even come on during the day now. It hasn't for years. But back in the day, I used to sit around and watch TV all day. I don't really remember quite what it felt like to be that person because that person's been gone for like 20 years, okay, or at least 15, 16, 17 years. The new me, though, that lives in a body that's under 200 pounds, under 180 pounds, or under 170. I'm struggling in the 160s right now, low, but I'm there. This me is just learning how to fill this size. I've been this size or lower for the last 3 years, right? And I love it. I love being this size and stuff, but I still can remember what it was like to be uncomfortable being over this. And I still know that mindset is the most important thing. It's the number one most important thing. If you never hear nothing else that myself says, any of the doctors say, nothing anybody says, you need to believe that your mindset is the number one most important thing. It will make you or break you. But in the end, I can tell you all the things that help. I share with my group all the time, all the things I did, everything that helped. We have hundreds of mindsets now. We've done so many mindsets in our groups and stuff. There's just so many of them. So I can say things, I can repeat them, I can tell them different ways and everything else. But the bottom line is your mindset. You have to make the decision to make the mindset that you're going to do blah, 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 fill in the blanks. Like we were talking about today about how a lot of people tell themselves that I only have to do this for a little while. This is a temporary thing. It's a diet. It's this, it's that. Not only do you have to come to the conclusion, though, that it's not a diet and that it's going to be a permanent lifestyle, it's going to be a long time thing. I learned that really bigly lately when I did the whole trying to eat carb thing. I'm never going to be able to eat carbs like that. My body does not handle it. So not only does the mindset have to be boom, I already knew that, but I did it anyway with that little hope back there that maybe it would work this time. It didn't, so, now I'm playing with that way. But anyway, so you have to have, your mindset has to be in the right place. And only you can do that. We can help you with it. We can support you with it. We have an accountability group. We can do everything we can to give you support and stuff through it. We can do phone calls. Like I give some phone calls to all of my people that are in my group. We can do a lot of things like that to support you, but it's in the end, it's you. You will determine it, But time to spring clean. Let's do some spring cleaning, right? Maybe the next video I do will have like my top 10 tips. How's that sound? All right. And enjoy the little video that I'm going to put on the end of here with the food because it was fun. Okay. Bye, everybody. Right. Monday prep day. So I decided to utilize my picnic thingy for having everything all chopped up and ready to go in the fridge. Starting with the lettuce, you can make any kind of salad you want. I'll explain that in a minute. That is some collard greens with bacon bits, onions, and garlic. We've got some fresh green beans with pea crumbles, mushrooms, onions, garlic. Oh, so yummy. I love that. Cooked to death. And then I had a bunch of Brussels sprouts. So I got Brussels sprouts, turmeric Brussels sprouts with onions, garlic, all the spices. It's also got some habanero peppers in it. This one is Brussels sprouts with bacon, onions, and green bell pepper, and jalapeno. Now this, guys, I use lupin flakes, cooked them the way it says to do for the oatmeal, let them get cold, dried them with paper towels, really, really dry, wrung them out really good. And I tried to make like a tabbouleh salad. So it has cilantro, tomatoes, onions, it has some edamame beans. It has a little bit of olives in it. It is so good. I made a sauce out of tahini and hemp seeds and nutritional yeast and salt. That was it. And a little bit of water to thin it out. And that stuff is amazing. I love it. Over here, these are called lupin splits. Sweet Australian lupin splits. And everything I read says to let them sit in water overnight so they'll be in the fridge getting ready for tomorrow. And I'm going to try to make like a couscous salad out of that. And then those are my mushrooms. I like to stick them in my pickle juice because it turns them into like a boiled egg type consistency. And I want to show you my Australian sweet lupin splits. Okay, carbohydrates are 12, dietary fiber is 11, so that leaves 1 net carb for a 1/4 cup of it. And I used about a 1/2 cup to make this because I've never done it and I want to try it. These are the lupin flakes I use. It says keto oats on it. They don't taste like oats, though, just so you know. Again, 11 grams of fiber, diet or carbohydrates, 10 grams of fiber. Nice amount of protein, 12 on this one, and I believe it was 12 on this one. 12 on this one. Yeah, I really like the lupin stuff, and I'm trying to use them as side dishes, so that's what I'm working on right now. But that's it. Monday prep is done, and we're ready to roll.